The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the July 12th, the magical, magnificent Monday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We're going to go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But more important than that, that's this. During this next 16 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, we've got you covered there too. Go ahead, send me an email. Send it to steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. And in our Tiger's Den, well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on Magical Monday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Right now, a mixed bag out here. The Dow up 127. The S&P's up 10. The NASDAQ 115. Russell's off 8. Semis are up 19. Tranny's off 64. New York Stock Exchange up 31. Gold's back $5. Silver's up 2 pennies. Light sweet crude is off 74 cents. Natural gas up 6 pennies. And the 30-year Treasury down 7 ticks. Trading out at 162 and 12/32. Leading the charge dollar-wise. The upside, State Auto Financial Corp up 190%, $32. Tesla is up $24, 3.6%. SIVB, that's SVB Financial Group, up 3% or 18. Google's up 16. BlackRock 15. To the downside, MicroStrategy, MSTR is the ticker symbol, up $39 or nearly a little over 6%. Mercado Libre down 36. That's 2 3/10%. Charter Communications off 23. Amazon down 16. Booking Holdings down 14. So let's begin by taking a look at the short-term time frame charts out here, the 30-minute charts, that is, equity future contracts. So let me get over to that panel. That panel is going to show us what? Well, it's going to show us tops in place for each of the 4 equity future contracts. Let's take a look at one at a time. Let's begin by looking at the ES Mini. In the case of the ES Mini, we're going to see a TD9 count. This formed right here at 11 o'clock. Now, all price has done is just move sideways. That's all it's done. It's moved sideways. The key level to be watching is today's high. One of the key levels, 43.7275. If price closes above that, you can expect or should expect price to continue to move higher. To the downside, your support area, your first support area is going to be 43.66. If price were to close below that, that could open up the door to 43.44. We do not have that signal just yet. We have a top that has led to nothing more than a sideways move. Sounds like it's revving up its engines to move higher. But we don't know that for sure. The only reason why I say revving its engines move up higher, price was above that green oscillator and change line. So it wasn't just willy-nilly that I shared that with you. It was more than willy-nilly. It was Stevie-nilly using the oscillator and change line. The next chart we're going to look at, let's go over to the right. That's the NQ. In this case of the NQ, it formed a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. It did it back here. Well, let me get the cursor out here. It did it with this nice little dark cloud cover candle that formed at 9:30 this morning. But all price has done here inside the NQ is push its way back to support. And support is at 14,820. If you're short, that's the level you're looking for price to get below. Why? Well, one, you could have an A to B equals C to the downside, or you could just simply have price pulling back to its breakout level. That's way down at the 14,653 area. So 14,820, that's a very key level to be watching. Just like up at the top, it's going to be 14,888.50 out here. If you look at the Dow equity future contract, the Dow also forming a TD9 count top, taking price sideways. The key level here is 34,884. If you see a close above that, well, the Dow should probably rally into the close today. So that's its key level of resistance. Support down at 34,770, hasn't even been touched, breached, or otherwise. A close below that would bring about 34,551. Watch the Dow. More likely than not, it's poised to take out that TD9 count high. Again, same reasons. Prices above its green oscillator and change line. So it's trending more bullish than it is bearish, but we've got to wait for price to take out that resistance level. That was the high of the day. If we look at the Russell 2000, it too, now this formed a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top early, like at about 8:30 last evening, sending prices lower. Do I have a good read on the Russell 2000? I don't. I don't have a good read as a bottom. I don't have a, we've got the read as the top. Price is just hanging out at its oscillator and change line. So in the case of the Russell, the only thing I could really share with you right now is on a short-term basis, resistance is 2271.60. It's the top of its daily profile. And support is down at 2258.40. Now, it's a new profile that formed as we were coming on the air at 1 o'clock. So that's what's going on in the short-term time frame charts for the equity futures contracts. The most important things here, I'd say, are those highs that are in place, mostly for the ES and the Dow, the YM. Those would likely give you the signals to where what price's intentions is the rest of the day. Now, if price doesn't take that out, it could just be more of a sideways move or even a pull back to those support areas out there. Now, that's in the short-term time frame. If we switch from here and go to the longer-term time frame, the longer-term time frame being the daily charts, let's go look at those and what their signals are for you and I. And let's begin the same way. Let's begin by taking a look at the ES mini. I'll just expand out the chart. What do we see here? Well, Friday negated its topping pattern. That was the Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. Price today pulling back, testing, rejecting its green oscillator and change line. So other than that little TD9 count top that we took a look at, this is bullish. This is big bullish, very bullish out here, and suggests price wants to continue to move higher. The NQ indicates to take out its sell the D point. There's an A to B equals CD pattern. I can't draw it in on this version of the software that I use, but that was signaled back on Thursday when we had that little bearish engulfing candle. Now, price here has never closed below Stevie's green line. That's the oscillator and change line. So even though there's a top in place, its message to you and I is bullish to neutral out here. But it does have a top in place, but that top cannot gain any traction at all unless we see a close below 14,764. That is the oscillator unchanged line out there. And again, it closed above the high from Thursday. Boy, it is off to the races to the upside. The Dow is right now testing 34,883. Sort of. It's 34,875. So it doesn't have many points to retest that 34,880. I believe the high today 34,884. So it's already tested and rejected its resistance level. That resistance level being established by that evening star candle formation that set up a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top out here, which has just really led to a consolidation. So the questions, are we just in a consolidation between this 34,883 and about the 33,000 level? Possible. But hey, a close above 34,883, and we could probably throw that idea out the door. In fact, we could probably say, hey, this is a consolidation pattern, and then we have a consolidation breakout that provides us with a measured move as to where price might head to next. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
What's separating you from the most successful men and women on Wall Street? That's right, information. Having all the information gives us the perspective we need to place the right trades at the right time. The TAS Profile Scanner is the premier market profile-based scanner. Powered by its acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner instantly filters over 2,500 plus global financial markets, such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. This powerful suite of tools leverages instant trade filtering and strategy formulation to show you emerging trades before they happen. For a limited time, you can save $100 off your first month by using the promo code UPGRADE, and you still get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Level the playing field with the TAS Profile Scanner, which you can find under the Services tab at TFNN.com. Sign up today.
Hey there, I'm Andy Arbertine with Tiger Precious Metals and Stones. Whether you're looking to buy and sell precious metals or trying to find the perfect diamond ring, I'm here to help. I have over 15 years of experience with diamonds and precious metals. You can call me directly at 727-329-8245, and I will personally answer any questions you have and help you find exactly what you're looking for. I will be your personal concierge in the metal and stone business. Give me a call today, 727-329-8245.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. And to answer that question that I'm sure somebody asked out there, because I certainly asked it, which is, well, if this is a consolidation breakout, here's the Dow Equity Future contract using my e-signal software out here. And so there's the potential that what we've been trading or what it has been trading in is just simply a consolidation. And that consolidation, if this is a consolidation breakout, that provides us with a measured move up to about the 36,750 level out there. So watch that 34,883. I know on my chart here, the black background chart, it says 34,895. That's not the, remember in this case here, if you look at the little squiggly line up in the upper left-hand side, this is my synthetic version of the contract that I've developed. I've developed this version because, as an example, I can put the multi-time frame TAS market profiles up here. So these yellow lines, the bottom, these yellow lines are the weekly profile levels for the Russell 2000. So you know that its ultimate support area here is 2181.30 out there. And so the synthetic contract allows me to get more data so that I can provide a little bit more accuracy with regard to the profile levels out there. So that's what's going on as we take a look at the equity futures. We've got a couple of questions, two from email, one in the Tiger's Den out here. Let me go to the Tiger's Den email first, since my Tiger's Den screen tends to evaporate pretty quickly. And this one is coming from Ruby. And Ruby is asking about lean hogs. So if you give me a moment here, we'll get back to the lean hogs. And lean hogs, as we take a look at their futures contracts, we can see that August is the lead contract out here. Slowly moving over into October. So with that being said, we're looking at panel number 2. Well, I'm not even going to confuse anybody. We're just simply going to open this up. So as we take a look at August right now, Ruby, although I don't have a top or a bottom signal because I don't have any. I mean, I don't have an A to B equals CD, which in essence is almost the only thing I can do on the e-signal software out here, but price did get back and test a bottom of its bullish structured profile, and that was at the 97.89 area. And you can see, and you probably drew in all of these rising trend lines as well. So prices hit those areas. Typically, when price closes above the center of a bullish structured profile, and I'd have to say, especially when coming from the bottom of that profile, that price should target the top of that box, and that's at 107.64. But you, as well as I do, know that, hey, price could find resistance at the high, because this is in essence the swing point high on a junior basis of July 1st, and so that's at 105.60. So we'd say 105.60. A close above that, though, would certainly say 107.64 would be on the plate for you. Let me see. Can I get the August? Let me see if I can get this rolling on one of my other screens out here. See if I can get this populated. And I don't know why. I have no idea why this is just simply not picking up lean hogs. I've got to figure that out. So I wish I could look to the other charts for you, Ruby. I can't, but this is providing you with hopefully good enough information out here with regard to lean hogs. And really, you take a look at the other futures contracts. We said the other one that it would roll over to would be October. It, too, has a brand new profile, actually, that's forming today. This is a bullish structured profile. Bullish structured profile. And Ruby, and let me just expand this chart out. Price is already traded above the top of that profile. Now, I'm not using my advanced Doppler tool on this. At least I don't think. Give me a moment here. Let me make sure. Let me just, but when I take a look, it's got the October contract. There's no way that that's what's being used. Yeah, so that is not what is being used. So this profile is going to take hold, and price is traded above the top of that profile. That's a beautiful thing. And that says that price should go back and get that July 1st swing point as well. And that's up at the 89.50 area. So, Ruby, I hope that provides you with the information you were looking for lean hogs out there. And best of luck to you in any trade that you might be in. And, hey, Stevie and you, we like cocoa for Cuckoo Puffs or something along those lines. Cocoa having a big move today, as it did on Friday. Let's go to our next question. Next question here coming in from MM. MM is curious in Calabasas. You gotta love that. So the question is, hey, Steve-O, a hot tipster dropped NVO. Is there any reason to believe? It's got a clinical trial coming up. Well, let's go take a look at NVO. First, let's go find out what NVO is. Oh, we'll come back to Apple. Somebody asked about that. I meant to do that. Let's take a look at Novo Nordisk out here. Novo Nordisk basically playing it all trading at all-time highs. So what's the tip? I'm a believer. It's at all-time highs. Price above the top of its daily, above the top of which a daily form is actually trying to form today, and it's below price. And so, that is a bullish signal. Price above the weekly profile, price above the daily profile. Let's see if there's any other signals out. Let me pull over my other chart, see what we've got. So here's the danger in Novo Nordisk. It's the reason we use all these other tools out here. What it has done, what it did on Friday, what it did on Thursday, was formed a TD9 count. It's also got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal trigger, but it's already got one high. Of course, you're going to take a look at this chart, and you're going to say, hey, Steve-O, wait a minute here. I listen to your show. I'm getting the tools that you're trading me. You're consistent with regard to expressing what those tools tell you. So now let me just tell you what I see on your chart out here. Well, go ahead, MM. MM is saying, hey, guess what, Steve-O? Yeah, you got a top in place out here, but price is not taking out your oscillator and change line. And as long as that condition is in place, which means that price is rising above its price oscillator, that is a bullish condition out here, then its overall message can be nothing more than neutral to bullish. The reason it's neutral to bullish even when the topping pattern is play is because price is above the top of its daily profile, above its oscillator and change line out there. Therefore, it has more bullish tendency than it does bearish tendency. If price got below the oscillator and change line, well, then the bearish tendency starts to increase, but price is above the top of the daily profile, and then it really becomes neutral, period, whatsoever. It doesn't mean, again, that means maybe price moves lower, maybe it moves higher out there, but you've just got that mesh of signals. Now, that's on the daily time frame. What's the weekly time frame communicating to us? The weekly time frame is saying, hey, that TD9 count top, and I'm trading above the top of the profile and the oscillator and change line. It just supports what the weekly chart says is Novo or NVO wants to move higher. So we didn't really need a tipster to tell us that out here on the monthly chart. because that's what its charting signals. On a monthly chart, this is going to become bar number 9 of a TD9 count out here. So there could be a top that forms this month, or it could be next month in August out there. So if you're asking me, does the tipster who said that Novo is likely to head higher? Well, what we would say to that tipster is we agree with you so long as price closes above 87.22. Now, you might ask the question, where is price headed to if it is able to do that? And that's a great question. For that, we try to use our A to B equals CD tool if we can find one. We can. So here, when we're using the longer term chart, I'm using the monthly time frame. We're cutting out a lot of noise. So in this case here, the A point is November of 2016. The B point out here is going to be January 2018, and the C point is going to be October of 2018. You can see the 1-to-1 level, and that suggests that price should go target 96.19 next. That's the 1-to-2 A to B equal CD pattern. So curious in Calabasas. Thanks for the email. Hope that helps you out, and best of luck to you. Let's go take a look at Apple. That was a request. We're going to do that when we get back from the breakout here. My apology. I don't remember who asked, but we're going to take a look at A to B equals CD patterns out here, and we're going to look at a number of them because in the case of Apple, we can put together many AB equals CD patterns, each with different price projections. We'll talk about that as soon as we get back.
Are you having fun trading the markets but having trouble finding like-minded individuals to discuss your trading and investment ideas with? Become an apex predator in the trading markets and join the Tiger's Den Trading Room only at TFNN.com. The Tiger's Den is an exclusive trading room where successful traders from around the world come to exchange trades and ideas. Join the den and surround yourself with the sharpest minds in the trading world. Subscribers to the Tiger's Den are also the first to have their questions answered live on air and can privately chat with our TFNN hosts live during their shows. Interact with other Tigers and Tigresses as they share trading ideas, news analysis, and discuss the market action all trading day. Subscribe to the Tiger's Den risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee and become part of the TFNN trading community. TFNN, educating investors.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find the newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den Trading Room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We're going to take a look at Apple. And we're going to look at it for multiple time frames. If you're watching this right now on Tiger TV, you're inside the Tiger's Den. You're seeing our multi-time frame, our weekly, our daily, our monthly setups. The daily on the left, weekly in the center, monthly on the right. And you're going to see a number of different A to B equals CD patterns that I've drawn in here. Oftentimes when I expand the charts, I lose the A to B equals CD patterns. We'll just have to put them back in if that's the case. Well, that wasn't the case here for the monthly. So let's begin by taking a look at the bigger picture out. If we take a look at the bigger picture, from an A to B equals CD standpoint, our A point is back here in January of 2019. Our B point is the high from January of 2020. Our C point is that little 2-month correction. That's that knee-jerk reaction low that we typically see out here. That is from March of 2020. Now, what you can see here is prices attain the 1 to 2 A to B equals CD price projection over the long term. 146.08 is that price projection. We've seen a high of 146.32. Now, if you have the art of the charts, the time of trading the charts, art of the charts is David's software, right? But if you've got Tom's book out there, my apology for not remembering the exact title. What Tom would tell you is that, boy, when you get to the 1 to 2 A to B equals CD, that's typically where you see a change in trend. So that's one signal to put out there. I would argue in this instance that that's not valid. Well, it may be valid, but you have other information that you must consider. And that other information that I'm suggesting you must consider is I want you to pay attention to where price is trading along the C to D leg. I'm referring to the move off the 53.15. You see, in this A to B equals CD tool, and it's extraordinarily important that you maintain the exact same angle from A to B as you do from C to D. Why? Because it provides you with a ton of information. And that ton of information is when you are trading on the left-hand side, which in the case here on a monthly basis, Apple is, it is on the strong side. And that's typically not where we see a change in trend take place. So if that is not the case, that the 1 to 2 is not going to stop this, then longer term, Apple would make the 2.618 expansion level, and that's at 174.79. Now, that's the longer term picture. In the meantime, there may be some what do I want to say? There may be some detours along the way. So let's take a look at the weekly chart. Now, on the weekly chart, for an A to B equals CD pattern out here, I could go do the same one. I don't want to do that. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to try to take this one. And it might be even different than what I had drawn up here. But right now, I'm going to take the low off of September 2020. The high, this is the weekly chart, January 25th, 2001, and the C point being March the 8th. This gives us a 1-to-1 of 158.20. Well, in order for that to happen, what you'd be watching for is can Apple on a weekly basis close above the swing point from January 25th, 2021. So this makes it easy peasy for you. You're watching the price point of 145.09. If we can see now, see how price is on the right-hand side here on the weekly basis? So different, so a little bit weaker. That would be the 1-to-1. That would say, Stevie would say, that's the likely target. Now, that's one A to B equals CD pattern. There's another one that we can draw in here, an even smaller one. That would actually be using as our A point, the March 8th low. The B point, we would be using the April 20th. Oh, shoot. I didn't grab that properly. And that's going to erase everything. That's okay. Let's go ahead and put this smaller one in here. Again, March 8th. As your A point, April 26th is the B point, and it looks like May 10th as your C. So here it's hit the 1-to-1, but that's really what we're looking at on the daily time frame. That's why I didn't have that one marked in here. But in any event, watch that high, because if price is able to take that out, again, that is 145.09. I think today it's tested it. We've gotten up to a high of 146.32 out there. But watch for a close above that on a weekly basis. That would then say, hey, price is going to go ahead or should continue to head higher. Now, in the daily time frame, what you'll notice or should notice is that price has, well, there we go. It took out that A to B equals CD. So let's go ahead and put that in here. This is going to look like the small one that I had, or should look like the small one we had on the weekly. March 8th is our A point. April 29th is our B point. And May 12th is our C point. So it's already hit the 1-to-1. Price on Friday closed above the top of its daily profile. It's a little bit hidden from you, so mark this down on your pad of paper. And that is at 144.89. 144.89. If price is able to close above that today, because it did close above that on Friday, then we should see price make its way up to the 147.78 area. Whew! Okay, so we got that piece of it. Now let's just quickly move over to the daily time frame, or the other charts, I should say. let's just move over to a couple of charts here coming off of my Ninja Trader system. Today's going to become bar number 6 of a TD9 count, so no topping signal in play here. If there's a TD9 count that is going to identify that top, that says that doesn't occur until Wednesday through Friday out there, so you'll want to watch that. The weekly chart for Apple says, I don't see any kind of top in place, especially if I can take out that high that we were looking at. In fact, that would negate its sell signal on a weekly basis and definitely confirm a message higher. And on the short-term basis, we've got wave number 7. That's courtesy of Basil Chapman. That is part of the Chapman wave, but such a small portion of it. This is wave number 7. We've just seen a price move sideways. Now, price is trading below its profile from a 30-minute time frame. That profile would be 144.75. That could signal move back to 141.22. That's its breakout level. Last time Apple was down there was at the open. Looks like that was the open on Friday out there. So that's what's going on when we take a look at Apple for multiple time frames. I do hope that helps whoever requested that out. My apology for not remembering who that was. I don't have any other questions that I see. Let me just check. Yeah. No problem. So I don't see any other questions here. And Dan, you were just asking a question. Anyone think that the 30-year Treasury can pull back, maybe bottoming off the 7.8 high? So let's go ahead and take a look at the 30-year Treasury, if you don't mind. Let me get that going, ZB 921. And let's go take a look at what the 30-year Treasury is doing. And to do that, here's daily, weekly, and monthly. And on the daily, weekly, and monthly charts out here, so your question is it possible that it's forming a bottom? So here's the daily time frame. In the daily time frame, there's the A to B equals CD to the upside. And on Friday, that generated a bear sash candle. And so let me get rid of the A to B equals CD pattern out here just for this, for our conversations. I'm trying to. There we go. So the A to B equals CD pattern is in place. Now, the interesting thing here, and this is using my advanced Doppler tool, Dan. Okay, you're asking intraday. So on intraday, we'll be able to go take a look at that too. But just the bigger picture out here, right? Because if the bigger picture is saying, hey, there may be a top in place, we certainly want to know that. And that's really what its message is. However, and again, I'm using that advanced Doppler tool out here. You'll see a new profile in this that's forming today, trying to form today, below price. And that's a very bullish message when supply is below price out here. Doesn't mean that price can't get back to test that level. And if it did move lower, 161.03 is approximately where price should find support. What you will notice is price above the top of the weekly profile, price above the top of the monthly profile. The month is not over, but a close above 160.30 would be a bullish outcome from a monthly standpoint for the 30-year Treasury, and price is just within inside its quarterly profile. So above the weekly, above the monthly, above the daily. Gosh, it's got a topping signal. But when we come back from this breakout here, what Dan wants to know is, hey, intraday, what might be going on? So we've got some intraday charts for Dan to take a look at. For example, this 30-minute time frame chart that formed a TD9 count top out here at about 5:30 this morning. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. So we're taking a look at the 30-year Treasury. I wanted to point this out to Dan and everybody else. We do have that topping signal that is in play out here. And as you can see, price is pulled back and it's tested that green oscillator and change line. As long as price remains above that, its signal, again, is bullish, right? Price is above its oscillator and change line. When I say right, I don't know whether you think it's right or not. I'm telling you it's right. From the standpoint, you got a rising price oscillator above zero, price above the top of its profiles out there. So it's neutral to bullish is the way that I would read this signal. So that's really important because if price did close below that, well, then you would most certainly be looking at moves to the downside. So the question is the move to the downside over? Well, I don't know the answer to that. We can take a look at short-term time frames. Real short-term, if you were a 10-minute trader, and you were an aficionado of Basil Chapman's Chapman wave, you would have say, hey, Steve-O, isn't that wave number 7 at the bottom? And even if you use one of Basil's kind of version of an instant restart, you get down to wave number 4. So you got both 7 and 4 down there. And so we've seen a bounce, price above the top of its profile. It is suggesting an additional move higher, maybe even up to 162.30 out there. That's a 10-minute chart. 15-minute chart, what do we have out here? Don't have any bottoming signal, and I do have price just dealing with the top of its profile right now. The top of that profile is 162.15 in essence, and you're trading at 162.16. So watch that, Dan. Price is above that right now. A close above that on a 15-minute basis, so that says 145 a minute from now. Could send price up to 162.30. That's what those time frame charts are saying. 30-minute chart out here. I don't have a bottoming signal. Price is testing that oscillator and change line. So a close above this area should suggest that price could move higher. 60-minute time frame chart. No bottoming signal, price at resistance, the oscillator and change line. So we're getting a kind of a couple of different things. There's a little resistance level, in essence, where price is at right now. But if price can continue to move higher and take out those oscillator and change line for those shorter term time frame charts, that would say, yeah, price should head higher out there. Is it a bottom on a daily basis? Tough to say. At this stage here. It's absolutely one possibility with price just pulling back after the top, testing, rejecting that green oscillator and change line. So just add into the conversation, I hope, since I didn't have any requests, but we do have some requests that have come in now. So let's go to those, or two requests, one in the Tiger's Den, and one was to take a look at U.S. Steel. So let's go look at U.S. Steel. Ticker symbol out here is going to be X. Let's get that populate. Whoops, not XX, just one X. And Let's get to our 3 time frame charts out here. So U.S. Steel today, right now, is trying a brand new profile that's formed today. The top, which is the important level to be looking at, is 24.73. Prices trade at 25.12. Close above 24.73 would be mighty bullish. Now, mighty bullish says, don't get ahead of yourself, Steve-O. What do you mean, don't get ahead of yourself? I mean, hey, the top of the weekly profile is at 25.19. So the real level, in order for U.S. Steel to say, hey, I want to move higher, maybe move back and test those prior swing points, is going to be a move above 25.19. Right now, the daily says you're off to a good start. So that's the first thing I would look at. Let's take a look at my white background charts out here. And as we take a look at those, what type of signal do we have? Nothing much, nothing more. Says price should make its way up to the 27.81 level. That's the daily. Weekly chart out here, what kind of signals do we have, if anything? Not much, just other than that weekly top of its profile. Resistance, though, above that 25.13 area is 26.54. So that's a real key level on a weekly basis. Price would need to close above. Monthly chart for U.S. Steel, what do we have out here? A TD9 count top. And so if price can take out that high, by the way, is 23.97. You should see 36.60 out there. Short term, we'll just go to the 30-minute time frame chart. What do we have out here? Not much. If anything, that's suggesting that price should continue to move higher. The 65-minute chart will be your confirmation S&P. Why? Because it has a valid TD9 count top that led to a sideways move for about an hour and a half or so. The key level there being 25.13. You're at 25.14. Hold on here. That's weird. It says the open was 24.14. Oh, yeah, okay, that's right. Sorry, Stevie's dyslexia catching up to me. 25.13, yeah. I closed above 25.13, and it says that U.S. Steel should make its next move higher. That next move higher should find resistance at 26.52. You're trading at 25.14 as we speak right now. So I hope that helps you out. S&P with regard to U.S. Steel, thanks so much for the request. Let's go to our next request. This one coming in by email. It's the only one that I have in place out here. And that one is, this is coming from Sat P. He wants to take a look at AI. And the question is, can we see if this is already bottom? So AI is the ticker symbol. That is AI Inc. And what do we know about AI Inc.? We know AI is trading below the bottom of its daily, bottom of its weekly, and there's not enough data to generate a monthly profile out here. So let's go take a look at our daily, weekly, and our 30-minute time frame charts for this instrument. And on a daily basis, we're looking for some type of bottoming pattern. Do we have that? That is the question. And let's populate this puppy, and the answer is we do not. Now, when I say we do not, I should clarify that. In essence, what we do have out here set is really a consolidation between breakout support, 53.68, and breakdown resistance, 66.73. So it is a version of a consolidation creating, between that support and resistance level. To the extent you're looking for a bottom, if you're looking to get into it, then try 53.68. I don't know if 53.68 will hold. Today's going to become bar number 7. Ideally, you'll see bar number 8 or 9 or the bar following 9. So that's Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. Get down, penetrate, and hold 53.68. Now, that doesn't mean this sideways consolidation ends. It just means that you would then at least have a bottoming signal on the daily time frame. From a weekly standpoint, nothing really here to aid us. So you're going to have to rely on the daily or short-term time frame. And on a short-term time frame, when we take a look at a 30-minute chart, as we speak right now, this has a TD9 count. Does that say, hey, Steve-O, you should get in? It could. But knowing that you've got just a consolidation out here, this thing hasn't really run much, $10 to $13-ish kind of move out here, is that 30-minute chart enough to tell you to get in it? And I'd say the answer is no. So SAT-P, why don't you just be a bit more patient, see if you can get that daily TD9 count bottom signal. Again, that could come Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday of this week. In order for that to happen, that low of those sessions, could be today too. No, could not be today. Has to be tomorrow, the next day, or the day following. Needs to poke its head below 55.60. 55.60 is the number, and that is for SAT-P with regard to C3 AI Inc. So right now we go back to the general markets out here. We've got the Dow up 101, S&P about 9, NASDAQ 111, Russell's off 5, semis are up 22. We get back from this breakout here. I guess we should go take a look at Goldilocks, the U.S. dollar index. That is, unless I get some other request out there. Oh, well, we only have, we're going to come back to this break. We're only going to have about 2 minutes. So forget about the request. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So we'll go take a look at, we'll finish this off, take a look at the U.S. dollar index, maybe Goldilocks as well. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Markets can rise and fall like the tides. Subscribe to Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, and you too can ride the wave. Basil Chapman is an authority in technical analysis. His Chapman Wave trading system has been helping traders identify trends and capitalize on momentum in the markets since 1984. TFNN invites you to test Basil's proprietary Chapman Wave trading methodology with a monthly subscription to the Opening Call newsletter for only $149. Your subscription to the Opening Call comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, as well as daily market updates on key indexes, stocks, and commodities. Ride the wave! Sign up for the Opening Call risk-free today.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. We're going to spend a little time, very little time, a couple minutes here, maybe in the currency and the metals markets. And as we take a look at the U.S. dollar index, what you're looking at are the 6 currency pairs, as well as the U.S. dollar index that make up the U.S. dollar index. The euro, which is the heaviest weighted out here. That's in your left-hand side. What we know about the euro is this formed a TD9 count bottom about 4 days ago. Prices trade above its red oscillator and change line. Remember when that oscillator and change line changes color, we usually see price and it catch up to each other. We did that. And on Friday, price closed above that level. And as long as price remains above that area, that suggests a move up to 1.1944. It's TD9 breakdown level. If the euro is going to move higher, the U.S. dollar index should move lower. The case of the yen out here, that's the second weighting. It's got wave number 7. And this may be just simply creating the C point of an A to B equals CD. And if such, that should move higher. So as the yen moves higher on this chart, the U.S. dollar moves lower, because this would be as this moves higher, my apology, this is weakening as it moves higher, and the U.S. dollar would be strengthening. So it would be offsetting what we see inside the euro out there. If we take a look at the Great British Pound, it's above the oscillator and change line. No bottoming signal like a TD9 count, such as the euro, but prices trade above that oscillator and change line. That suggests that there could be more rally to it. Let's get right to the U.S. dollar index, because the Canadian dollar, the loonie, the Swiss franc, and the Swedish krona don't have a significant percentage impact on the U.S. dollar index out there. Some, but nothing significant. So let's take a look at the U.S. dollar index. Let's expand out this chart. What do we know? Really, just like the euro out here, we've got a TD9 count top. We have a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. Price today has tested and rejected that oscillator and change line. That says that the U.S. dollar index, more likely than not, is going to go target 91.68. That is the TD9 breakout level. So if the U.S. dollar, in fact, continues to get weaker, we should see Goldilocks. Can I get this chart up quick enough? We should see Goldilocks move higher. And here it is. And yeah, that's about all that I've got for you. Sorry, folks. So stay tuned. 2 more great hours are up next. After that, I've got David White coming up next. Tom O'Brien to take us on home. I'll be back with you on Terrific Tuesday. Have a magical, magnificent Monday, folks. Thanks for being here.